All right, hello everyone, friends and family. Welcome to Josh's Boxes. My name is Josh. Today I want to get into creating the channel banner. I talked about that last video. It was something I wanted to get into, but as I started, I saw it was way too complicated to fit in that other video. It would be way long, probably double the length. So the banner is going to get its own video today. So I want to show you guys my rough draft process of the banner, basically. So I'm going to set up my cardboard contraption thing and show you guys my sketchbook. Let's go. So here we are at my sketchbook. As you can see, this is when I was kind of doing rough drafts for my profile picture. So at first I was thinking I would do like the box boy with these different symbols of my hobbies, but I quickly realized this would be way too busy, way too complicated for a profile picture. I needed something a lot simpler, so I decided to just have the box boy by himself with just a simple background, like you guys saw in the last video when I actually made the profile picture. I ended up going with this design right here, the green background and the box colored box, and I think it turned out well. But this idea I still kind of like. It's just too busy for a profile picture, so I wanted to kind of include it in the banner. So I'll show you the rough drafts I did of the banner on my other sketchbook. So here is the first one I did. As you can see, I made box boy and just a little water elephant, and I tried to do this design of like spelling out Josh's boxes in kind of a boxy shape, and I hate the way it turned out. Do not like it at all, and that made me kind of lose steam on this idea. So next I went to this one, which is like kind of my hobbies coming out of the box. So as you can sort of see, like you've got this scene right here from Revenge of the Sith with I have the high ground, and you've got like this D&D scene right here with the giant D20, and you got another water elephant, and then like me reading a book, and of course box boy, because there's got to be box boy. And I thought this idea was pretty cool, but I wanted to try some other ones. So next I tried doing this. The idea is it's me leading all these different characters to this like mythical D20 or whatever, and you know, instead of being box boy, it's Josh with a box on his head. And then like, you know, some different characters, and I thought it was fine, but I did like the idea of like showing a bunch of characters, which reminded me of like those drawings you'll see with like all the Marvel superheroes lined up, or the whole Justice League or whatever. So that inspired this one, where you see you've got box boy in the middle, and you've got like a slug wizard and SpongeBob and Batman, and of course the water elephant and Yoda and Minecraft, you know, Steve and Frodo, and all, you know, all these kind of characters that I either came up with or were really important to like my childhood or my hobbies or whatever, all in kind of a lineup. And of course you got the giant D20 in the background. And I really like how this turned out. This is kind of what I'm thinking of going with, at least for right now. And this is when it starts to get complicated, because I had kind of decided on this one, and I went to upload it to YouTube, just this rough draft right here, to see what it looked like. And I immediately found a problem, I guess. So when you upload a banner on YouTube, in case you're not aware, it shows different portions of the banner depending on what device you're watching on. So if you were to watch it on mobile, you know, you're only getting this much of the banner. Whereas if you watch it on desktop, maybe you get like from here, you know, this whole section right here. And then if you watch it on a TV, then you get the whole thing. And I was like, man, I don't want to draw this whole lineup and have 90% of the viewers only see this much, you know? So I wasn't sure what to do for a while, but I have decided that I do want to go with this. If you don't see the whole thing, that's okay. It was fun to draw the characters in this kind of rough draft mode, so I think it will be fun when I draw the real deal. So I now just need to decide if I'm going to just ink over what I already have here, or if I want to try to redo it on its own sheet of paper. So I'll come back to you once I've made that decision. All right, so I've made my decision. I am going to take inspiration from this, but draw it on a different sheet of paper, just because there's some pretty dark lines in here, like Anakin's lightsaber or Batman's suit or whatever. I penciled in a lot of stuff, and that'll be really hard to erase. Plus, like, I would want the water elephant to be a little bit lower and stuff. So I think this was a good rough draft, but I am probably going to go onto a different sheet of paper. And that's okay. So that's what I decided. Let's get into it. I'll go into time-lapse mode and start penciling some stuff in. Boom. Let's go. Alright, so there it is, the finished product. I am pretty happy with how it turned out. It's obviously not perfect. I don't claim to be any sort of professional artist. I just kind of doodle, but I'm happy with my doodles. You know, I think that the kind of colorful, cartoony, pop culture-y kind of vibe that I was looking for really came out. You know, I've got a mix between pop culture characters. You know, I got Frodo and Legolas, I got Steve from Minecraft, I got SpongeBob, and I got Anakin and Batman, and I've also got some of my own creation here. I've got, you know, this slug wizard who has a magic crayon, and I've got obviously Box Boy and Shogun the samurai penguin, and this little guy, he's like a goo guy with a laser gun. And Water Melephant, of course, a classic. And then, you know, this is just a mouse and a knight, so a frog, a skull, and this is, I don't really know what this is. It's like a dwarf with a stick of dynamite, I guess. You got the giant D20 in the background. I don't know. Obviously, you could tell what these things are, but I'm happy with how it turned out, and I am excited to put it up on my channel. So, let's go. All right, so here we are at the YouTube channel with the banner up, and I think it looks pretty good. I think that it is nice and colorful. It's not perfect, definitely not perfect. You can see spots where I didn't color it in perfectly, but that's okay. I'm not super worried about it. I'm not going for perfection at all. So I'm happy with it. I think it looked good, and it took me 2 or 3 days of work. I started this on Tuesday, and it's Friday now. So the time-lapse part that you just watched took about 3 days to do, or it was over the course of 3 days, shortened into like 4 minutes, which is insane. But other than that, it was pretty easy. So if you are making your banner, know that it might take a while if you're going to hand draw it. But if you feel like you don't have any artistic talent, which I don't think I have a ton, but if that's something that would discourage you from making your own, don't feel like you have to make such a big deal about it. Don't feel like you have to hand draw a thing and spend 3 days drawing it if that's really intimidating. You can just take a picture and post it on the channel. Let me show you a really good example, actually. So this channel is called tcgAcademia. I'm not subscribed to it on this channel, but I'm subscribed to it on my normal channel. And he goes over lots of different TCGs, trading card games. And his banner, I think, is really good. And it's just a picture of all these different trading cards that he's collected. And I think that this is a perfectly acceptable option for a banner as well. Just a simple picture that shows your channel. So don't feel like you have to make a big deal about it, okay? If it's just a picture of you or a picture of a sunset or whatever, okay, don't stress out about it. Just make it something that's nice, maybe something that's related to your channel, but don't freak out about it, okay? I hope that's helpful. All right. Well, I think that's everything that I wanted to go over today. So there's the banner. I hope you like watching it. If you hate the banner and think it's ugly, that's neat. You can tell me in the comments below if you really want to. But if you liked it, you can say nice things to me too. That's okay. But either way, if you have any questions or any thoughts, please comment them down below. I'm eager to hear your comments, your feedback, anything you have to say. So until next time, I'll see you all later. Ciao! What was I even talking about? There is the portion that will show up on, what is that? Got a sparkle on my face. What is that? I'm a vampire. Oh no. Oh no.